Here we go. Dee da 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 da. Dee da 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 da. Dee da 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 da. Dee da 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 da. Da na 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 na. Dee na 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 na. Dee na 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 na. Dee na 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 na. Dee na 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 na. Na 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 na. Hi na 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 na. Na 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 na. Dee do do. Dee do 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 do. This is usually a song that we sing on Purim because the words are Chuvatam, Haita Netzach. Their salvation will be forever. Ayayay v'tikvataham b'chol dor v'dor. And their hope will be in every generation. You know, this is the parsha the Jewish people leave Egypt. And leaving Egypt means that the impossible is possible. That someone born into a caste of slaves can become a free person. It's the parsha that no matter what I was born into, and some people were born into stuff that's not so, so tremendous, right? If your parents were the Lubavitcher Rebbe and his wife, that's one thing. And if your parents weren't, it's a different thing. And so this is the parsha that we can leave our Egypts. And today especially, it's like a holiday for me because I got my second vaccination. So I've left Egypt from the, thank you so much, Alan. And I don't know if there's any other nation in the world that for so long has had so much hope like the Jewish people. We are a people of hope. It's unbelievable. There's a reason why, our anthem is Hatikva, the hope. We're a people of hope. And we've been that way since the time of the Exodus, even before. Ay 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 v'tikvatam b'chol dor v'dor. Shumavatam hayta lanetzach. Ay 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 v'tikvatam b'chol dor v'dor. Shumavatam hayta lanetzach. Ay 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 v'tikvatam b'chol dor v'dor. Na 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 na. Oh, na 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 na. Ay na 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 na. Ay na 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 na. Ay na 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 na. Ay na 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 na. Na 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 na. Ya na 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 na. Dee da 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 da, dee da 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 da, na 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 na, dee da 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 da, na 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 na. Okay, so this week we're focusing on Parashat Bo, and we're going to focus really on one sentence, which is so fundamental and so Jewish and so incredible. The sentence is, we're reading here from Parashat Bo, chapter 12, sentence 1, and says, and God said to Moshe and Aaron, in the land of Egypt, Lemor, HaChodesh Hazeh Lachem, this month, of course it's the month of Nisan, Rosh Chodeshim Rishon Hu Lachem, it'll be the first year month, the Chodshei Hashanah. So this is the most incredible thing. You see, what was God doing? He's saying, this month is going to be your month. This month is your month. What is he saying? You know what a slave does not have? He has no control over his time. He has no control over his time. And God says, this is your month. And he's saying even more than that. You know, Egypt was the land of the sun. And the sun comes up in the morning, sun goes down. It's always there. You always see the sun. And Egypt was very much about what was, is, in it. You were born a king, then you'll die a king. You're born a slave, you die a slave. It's the land of always. It's the land of that you don't really die, just that they prepare you to live a different kind of way in the next world. And that's why they were buried in the pyramids with all the pictures of the animals and so on and so forth. It's the land of always. There's always water. There's always food. The Nile. It's the land of always. It's the land, you could say, of there's always going to be a present. I mean, if you were to go to an Egyptian, you would say to him, tell me, what happened 400 years ago? It's the same thing happened today. What's going to be in 400 years? The same thing happened today. And you know, here he says, this month is going to be your month. And of course, our months are not the months of the sun. They're the months of the moon. And the moon is very special. You know, let's say you go out with someone that you really like and you stare at the sun together. So after a while, what happens? Your eyes hurt. But if you go out and you stare at the moon together, after a while, you fall in love. The moon is a totally different energy. It's a totally different energy, the moon. And the moon, of course, teaches a very, very important lesson. What's that lesson? Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not there. It's totally different from the sun. And so, you know, a slave has no yesterday, has no tomorrow. It's just the endless present. That's all it is. And if the present is good, come out. And if the present isn't good, then that's all the slave has, or just the here and now. And you know, of course, the sad thing about Corona is that it's hurt so many people and killed so many people. But there's something else. What is the Corona? The Corona is the endless present. It's like we have no more. We forgot about yesterday, and like there's no future. It's like all there is today. That's all there is today. And you know, there's one other thing. There's one other thing. So, Alan, let's say like this. I'm going to give you a present. You know what your present is? Is that you're going to live to 1,000. It's a good present. No, live 1,000 years. It's not bad. Just in one condition. All you're going to do all day long is watch videos of cats on Facebook or YouTube. What do you say?
That's some present.
That's some present. You see, you know what this teaches us? That there's another definition of life. That if all I have is I have time, but I fill it up with funny videos of people on Facebook or whatever, it's not life. I don't want it. You know what Corona took from us? It took from us, it not only did it take the future, it took the present. Because everyone's waiting for something to happen. And so meanwhile, what do? We take away and we watch stupid videos on Facebook. It's not life. It's not life. So this Parsha, by God saying, I'm giving you your time, that's the true vaccination against Corona. Because what is life if I just fill it up with, you know, stupid videos about I don't even know what? You know, time. There has never been a generation that has had more time than our generation, right? It used to be you went to work, you had to work all the millions of hours in the field. You came home, you had to wash your clothing, took another million hours. You had to make your food, another million hours, like who at the time? Today, we push a button. We push a button, we have heat. We push a button, we have food. We have to push a button, everything is clean. We have time. And what do we do with our time? I don't want to say anything bad, but what do we do with our time? Funny cats on Facebook. You know, there was once a Rebbe, his name was the Rebbe of Kotsk, and they asked him, how did you become the Rebbe of Kotsk? He says, because I can concentrate for 6 hours. That's how I became the Rebbe of Koth. They asked Rav Chaim of Volozhin, was another important rabbi. How did you become Rav Chaim of Volozhin? Rav Chaim of Volozhin he's the father of the modern day yeshiva world. He said 5 minutes. He said 5 minutes? Yeah, because every time I had 5 minutes, instead of watching videos about cats, I sat and I learned. You know what it is? Is that when you have your time, you're focused. You have something to live for. That's what Corona took away from us. What are we living for? Everyone tells me, okay, you know what? When there's no more lockdown in Israel, you know what we're going to do? Things are going to get back to normal. What is normal? What, you're going to go to the mall and do what? Do what? So, HaChodesh Zelachem, God saying, I'm giving you time. And that's such a very, very, very beautiful gift. The gift of meaning, that we can fill up our lives and our time with meaning. And how does the future happen? It happens because I'm focused on the future. It's almost as if I reach into my future and I bring it to my past. We'll talk about it in a second. So one more song, and then a very important story that'll clear everything up. Dee doi 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 dee dee doi 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 dee doi 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 dee doi 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 dee 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 doi 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 dee 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 doi 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 dee doi 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 dee doi dee doi 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 dee dee doi dee doi dee doi da 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 dee 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 da 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 dee da 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 da da. So a Chodesh Hazelachem, I'm giving you this month. This is going to be your month. It'll be a moon month and not a sun month. And so we are the people of the moon. We are the people of the moon. And many times in our holy writings in Zohar, we are called the moon. And the moon is a very special thing because sometimes you can see the light of the moon, sometimes you can't. And now I'm going to share with you a story. And I'm just asking you to share this story with everyone you know because it's probably one of the most important stories. So there's a special prayer we say, Kiddush Levana, thanking God for the moon. During the day you don't need light because you have the sun. But during the night you need the moon. The moon lights up the night. So Kiddush Levana, we say thankful for the moon. And here we are. It's time to say Kiddush Levana. This was a shul in Borough Park, and but it's overcast, and it's overcast. You can't say the prayer. You can't say the prayer if it's overcast. Okay, so they go to the rabbi. What we're going to do? He says, well, we can wait another day. So they wait another day. They daven Ma'ariv. They go outside. Still, it's overcast. So they go back to the rabbi. What you do? But wait another day. And this is a true story. It's an unbelievable story. So now it's the third day, the fourth day, and already they're losing the moon. At some point, they won't be able to say the prayer. So it's already the fourth day, and they're sitting around the table. What should we do? So the rabbi says, okay, everyone put $30 on the table. There are 30 people there, times 30, it's $900. They collect the money, says, okay, everyone follow me. They get in their car. They get in the cars. And they travel. About an hour later, they stop. And the rabbi says, wait here. Okay. Comes back an hour later. The gate opens up to the tarmac. And he leads everyone onto the tarmac. And the rabbi had rented a helicopter. And they all got into the helicopter and they flew above the overcast. And they saw the moon and they said Kiddush Levana. Unbelievable, right? You know what
Must
the
have been a
moon is?
big helicopter.
It was a big helicopter. You know, you know what it is? The moon is the lesson that even when you don't see the light is there. Is there any nation in the world that has taught the world that message? That even when you can't see the light, there's light. That even when there's no hope, there's hope. That is like, how do you explain the survival of the Jewish people if not with hope? And you know, what do we say? That it's a chodesh zebachem. This is your month. Chodesh, of course, means month, but it also means something new. You know, comes December 31st, and you have an incredible party. You drink a lot. You drink. So the question is, why is it the celebration of the secular New Year is that you drink so much? It's very simple. Today is December 31st. You know what's going to happen tomorrow on January 1st? Nothing new. So I have to drink a lot so I'll forget that nothing new is going to happen. Imagine, you know, Alan, I say to you, you'll live 1,000 years, but you'll just keep living the same day over again and again and again and again. You'll say, listen, I saw that on Twilight Zone. I know about that. That's not a life. Or Groundhog Day, whichever movie it is. We need something new. We need something new. So Rav Tzedek Cohen of Lublin teaches in the Tzidkat Tzadik, he says, why is the word for month and the word for new the same word? He says, because we have the capacity to reach into our future and to bring that energy of our future into our present. And that's an incredible thing. That's an incredible thing, to reach into your future and to make your future your present. And you know, even if we don't want to do it for ourselves, there's so many people that need our help. You know, and you know, me and you and a lot of other people, if we had to spend 1,000,000 years in the fields, then we couldn't really help anyone. But you know what? How do we make our money? We push a button here, we push a button there. We have so much time. We have so much time. And you know what? We don't have to be neurotic, but like, okay, not every minute. So, okay, we want to spend an hour or two watching funny cats on Facebook. Fine, it's okay. But what about all the people that need our help? That we can reach into our future and make it a present and make the world a better place. It's unbelievable how much power we have. So, as we bring this to a close, God takes us out of the sun. He makes us connected to the moon, and teaching us in the world an important lesson about hope, about seeing the light even when you can't see it. And so let's bless everyone that they should be like a holy helicopter. That if ever someone cannot see the light, then we'll say, it's not a problem. I got a holy helicopter and I'll lift you up. And together we'll fly above the clouds. So I want to wish you and everyone a Shabbat Shalom. We'll do another song. And then if Alan, you want to say something, I'd love to hear what you have to say. Of course, it's clear to you. Why do we sing? What is song? Song is a holy helicopter, right? It takes us so high. da.